right, so here we are, September 30th, last day of the month trading September. Man, the summer went by fast, went by really fast. I can't wait till the cooler weather comes in. So right now you're looking at my screen. The day has already passed, so it's 6:23 right now. So my stats down here have already reset for the next day. But I did make a little bit of money here on my live account today, around $240, something like that. So slowly growing that thing back out of rehab. You know, I dropped it all the way down to like 4,400 or 4,500, something like that, just last week, and I'm already back to 5,700 just because of that one stupid trade. But it's coming right back. And then once I get that 7,000 marker, I can get out of rehab and get going with my live account again, get growing it fast again. So here we are is with that trade right here. So on the 30-minute candle, I'll show you what was taking place. I got an indication to get in long once this 30-minute candle was retracing. Massive 30-minute candle at the bottom of this sell-off here. Then it hit that down there, which was a support area. You can kind of see way back here. Pinked that, started to go back up, got an indication to jump in long. Took the long trade, and then I broke it up. So once this 30-minute candle retraced up in this now we're looking at 5-minute candles. This is a 30, that long thing. Once this 5-minute candle retraced up and closed, or was closing, I popped out, and then I waited for that retrace of that 5-minute candle, jumped back in, just in case it had more to the downside to go. Waited for that to take place, and as soon as it came back up to break, I finished off the trade right there. So I ended up making a little bit of money in the live account today. So first I want to say thank you for your comments and your support this weekend. It was really helpful. It was interesting to see how many people wanted to see the combine trades as well as the funded account trades. I didn't think it would be so many. So that's awesome to know. This way I want to create content that you're interested in. So it's really great to be able to get that kind of feedback. I do appreciate that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it up and do my funded accounts either in a separate video and keep it like under 10 minutes, and my new beginning series in a different video and keep it under 10 minutes. I may do that, or I may just put them both into one 20-minute video. I think viewing wise, it'll be easier for you to get two 10-minute videos, watch them at your leisure, rather than have to like commit 20 minutes or, you know, stop and then find your way back and all that stuff. So I think I'm going to try to do it in two separate videos, and you all can let me know what you think as they start to roll out. If you hate it like that, then I'll join them together. But I may break it up for those of you who are more interested in just the funded account stuff. And then the new beginning, I'm thinking about changing that and just doing, you know, a full series like I did before. You know, when I first went through this whole journey, I showed you my process for the most part, not as detailed as I could have. And then I went through, got funded, got live, and then I decided to start over with something new and didn't really go back through the process, didn't really do it the right way, kind of just wung it. And as a result, I wasn't successful at all, just winging it. So I'm going to start over. I'm going to go back through the whole process. I'm going to make a whole new trade plan just for this new beginning series, and do something completely different, something way outside the box for me, and go with the trade plan though, a new trade plan, a new everything, a new system, and really put it to work properly. You can maybe, for those of you who didn't watch my videos from before, you can see that, you know, what my process is. And for those of you who have watched it, I'm going to try to get some more detail into this one, so you get a little more insight on that. And yeah, so it'll take a little bit. I'm going to focus on the live account right now. I do have some upfront work I need to do because I'm going to be way outside the box of stuff that I'm used to. So I need to do a little homework, a little upfront work. Yeah, I already did like a rough formation of the trade plan. And then I'm going to go into the exploration phase here, and I'll make some videos about it. So the beginning part is going to be more like a vlog until I can actually get into start really trading. But it might help some of you out, might give you all some ideas, and see what some ideas to do for your own selves. And then hopefully going through this process with me, for those of you who are struggling, maybe it'll give you some ideas. And for those of you who are already successful, maybe it'll be entertaining. But yeah, I'll start bringing those series to you. It's going to be, like I said, more like a vlog. And part of that is I'm going to be switching over to Topstep X and trading on their platform. My live account will still be with NinjaTrader and going through Rhythmic, and the new setup will go directly with Topstep X. And what that allows me to do is allows me to have both my new combines and XFAs open at the same time as my live account. It's pretty difficult. It has been pretty difficult for me to be able to trade both when I have to log out and log back in and get everything up and running again to be able to switch back and forth between accounts. Wasn't so fun, and I lost out on some good trades like that, quite a few trades like that. So this way, with having the Topstep X web-based platform, I can have everything up at the same time, place trades in both of them. The second thing that's going to do is it'll help keep everything very separate from what I'm doing in my live account with what I'm doing with the new thing, so I don't accidentally make mistakes and push wrong buttons. So I don't want to have my live account in Topstep X and then think I'm in my Combine and I'm destroying my live account. So I want to keep them completely separate, so that'll be like a little firewall to protect me there. And then with Topstep X, I can copy trade. Something I really wasn't that into, but I've been doing a bunch of homework this week into copy trading and the real magic behind it and what that actually could do for traders. And there's some cons to it, but I think the pros outweigh those cons, and I'm going to get into that as we get into that process of why, I know a lot of you have been telling me for like a year now, Eric, you should be copy trading. What are you doing? You're trading prop firms. You should be copy trading. And I'm like, copy trading? Maybe one day I'll look into it. I don't know. Maybe. But this week I've been really putting a lot of thought into it, and yeah, you might be right. Yeah, I'm not completely convinced yet, but I'm pretty close. And for those of you who have been telling me to copy trade, I might start doing that for this new series. It's completely outside of my wheelhouse. I'm very used to trading with traditional brokers. So this whole experience with Topstep has been out of my comfort zone. Copy trading is one of those things. All right. So one of the things with trading, some of you have touched base on in comments, and I mentioned in my last video, is the psychology of your risk when you're in a trade. And that's what I think a lot of us focus on. If you're risking $1 million in this trade, you're going to be freaking out. But if you're risking $5, it's a lot easier to stay focused and do what you're supposed to do. And that's like one area we touch on. But the other side of that is the reward, and that also plays a big role. And if you're used to seeing $1,000 a day, and now you're doing a trade where you're looking at $20 or $50, yeah, it's gonna be really easy to just follow the rules because it's not a big deal. But at the same time, it's not satisfying because you're used to seeing $1,000. So now that trade is over, you made your $20, and you're like, man, I gotta take another trade. $20 just doesn't feel good. Yeah, you did everything right. You're winner on the day, but it doesn't feel good. And for me, a lot of times, if my reward isn't enough for what makes me feel good and feel happy about the day and satisfied, then I sometimes find myself over trading and forcing trades because I want more. That wasn't enough. You can call it greed, but really it comes down to, I think, what you're used to. For some people, $500 will feel good. They might be being greedy because they're going from 400 to 500 on the day because that makes them feel better. Whereas somebody else, 500 is no big deal. They need $1,000 before they feel good in their day, like they're getting paid for their work. A long time ago, I did a real money trading series where I took $1,500 and wanted to start doubling it, which I did. But that started out with like $20 and $30 wins. It was so hard to just be done trading with $20 or $30 wins. And then eventually that became $50 wins and $100 wins and so on. So, but before that train got moving, it was really difficult to accept those small amounts. So I say all of that because copy trading is one way that you can have that $200 risk on that trade, feel good about it because you're only risking $200 or $50 even, but at the same time your reward at the end of the day is $500. So you can feel great about your reward at the same time. And I've heard people online, even over at Topstep, and I've thought the same thing myself. Well, it's the same as just having a bigger account. You get a 550K accounts, or say, make it simple, 350K accounts, or you just get one 150K account. It's the same thing. But psychologically, it feels very different. And especially if you're doing 550K accounts. And then if you're risking $100 over 550K accounts, you're risking 5% of your max loss in that account. A 5% risk is fantastic. And your reward is a lot higher. It's 25%. So to have a 25% reward at the end of the day with a 5% risk, right off the bat, you're already in a good zone mentally. So there definitely is something to be said for copy trading. The downside to it is you can't do it in the live markets. And as soon as you get in your XFAs, if they move you to live with all of your XFAs, you'll have to start over in the process, because you won't be copy trading in the live markets, and you'll have to deal with that emotional part of trading. Not just emotional part, but the fills. If you want to size up contracts getting filled and slippage and all those things that aren't a part of the combine or the XFA will also get layered on top of it. But anyway, long story short, that's the plan right now. I'm going to break up the series. The first part of the new beginning will be mostly like a vlog, going through the process and how I'm creating what I'm going to create to do what I want to do. And then we'll have my live trades and funded trades in the battle for freedom continue as is. All right, everybody. Again, thanks for your support, and I'll see you tomorrow.